Hello, welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about understanding the customer buying journey on Amazon. So my name is Yanni, I'm a seven-figure e-commerce seller. I've sold on Amazon for some time now. I have over $5 million in sales. And I also have a full-service Amazon agency called E-commerce, the City of E-commerce. We're your in-house marketing team on Amazon. We do everything from ads, listing creation, A+ content, design. You say, we do it on Amazon. We work with a little bit over 20 brands, and hopefully you're next. Now, today I want to talk about the customer's buying journey on Amazon. A lot of brands are not understanding what Amazon is because Amazon is a different beast, right? Amazon is not Shopify. Amazon is it's not TikTok Shop. It's different. What do I mean by different? Amazon is a search engine. People search on Amazon. They are not getting hit with ads similar to like something they will do on Meta or something that you will do on the website. So they're getting hit by that. So it's a search engine. Most of the sales on Amazon come from PPC, pay-per-click advertising, sponsored products. So for the way a customer on Amazon buys most of the time, and always look on how you buy when you buy yourself. Most customers, they go to Amazon, the search bar, and they put watch, they put creatine gummies, they put protein, and whatever comes first is what they buy. That's how the majority of the customers buy on Amazon. Now you also have the suggested products based on what you've searched and what you've bought. You also have the sponsored display of brands coming up. That's also, but the majority is how people actually buy on Amazon is a search engine. So how does that help you being a brand on Amazon? Always reverse engineer, right? If you know most customers are buying based on their search and based on keywords, you need to make sure you're coming up for those keywords, and you need to make sure you're on the top of those pages of the keywords. When was the last time you actually bought from the third, fourth, fifth page? Most of the purchases, about 80% of the purchases actually on Amazon, come from the first 5 to 10 products on Amazon, the first page, the top page. That's where most of the sales come from. So you need to be there. Now, is it easy to get there? No, but you need to reverse engineer and show up there. Now, you're not going to show up for every keyword there. For example, if you're selling protein powder, for protein powder, you might be showing up there, but for another keyword, you might not be showing there. So understanding how to dominate the most important keywords is very important, but also understanding that you might not be able to dominate the most important keywords right away. So you might have to dominate smaller keywords with less search volume and less sales, but you're dominating them. Because if a keyword has 10, 15, 20 sales per month and you're able to be the top 1 to 5 when it comes, you'll get a good amount of those sales. For something that like protein powder, it's going to be very competitive. You're not going to be able to be as competitive, especially for listings that are older. So it's about the creativity of how you come up there. Once you know that it's a search engine, the people buy most of the stuff they buy is the first page of the top 5 products. That's where most of the buy. You need to be there in reverse engineering being there. The listing needs to be done based on that because people buy your product, and the way for them to see the product is a listing. So make sure you have a good amount of reviews. Make sure your keywords in the title are actually indexing for the right thing. Make sure your SEO and the backend is based on that reverse engineering and getting onto the first page. You can use a lot of software nowadays. You can use DataDive, Helium 10. You can use even Product Opportunity Explorer on Amazon. But the key here is to really understand how to get to those positions because that's where all the money is on Amazon. Now, you can still make a lot of sales underneath. You can still make a lot of sales on other pages on Amazon. But, and I cannot emphasize this, the most sales are happening on Amazon on those top 5 spots. That's where all the big boys want to be. That's where everyone wants to be when it comes to sales. Because if you dominate that, you can go and dominate other platforms. But I cannot emphasize this. Understand the buying journey of the customer. They search for something. They look at the first page, the top products. They look at the reviews. Are they good? They look at the price. Is the price fair? They look at the image. Is the image good? Is what I need? Is it catchy? Can I get it? Should I get it? Then they click on it. When they click on it, what do? They look at the bullet points. They look at the product. Okay, it looks good. Some of them, not all, they look at other images and even the A+ content. But it's a 5-second decision. They're not there analyzing it for hours. It's a 5-second quick decision. So you need to make sure the main image is good. You need to make sure all of these things are there because you want to make sure that the product gets bought and it's there. And one thing that most brands don't know is the more a customer buys your product and the better it converts, the more you shoot up the ranks. That's how actually Amazon works. The more you convert, the more customer buys, the more good reviews you get, you start going to those top positions because Amazon wants reliable brands. They want brands that people love. They want brands that people are happy with, and they're converting and making the money. When I say making the money, I mean making money to Amazon. Understand the customer buying journey. Think a lot of it is logical. Softwares are great, but if you don't understand the customer buying journey and how the platform works and what it's based on, you're going to struggle because you're thinking of, oh, the buyer wants this or the buyer wants this. No, The buyer clearly knows what they want. Amazon is a huge platform. They're there to buy. They're going to buy something. Are they going to buy your product or your competitor's product? Because they're going to buy something. But can you convince them to buy your product? And how do you convince them? And how do you reverse engineer so they actually buy it? Hope you like this video. A lot more to come. Stay tuned.